r/askreddit. People who downloaded their Google data and went through it, what were the most unsettling things you found out they had stored about you? Their profile claims I like Chinese rap. I have no idea why, other than one video I came across in the YouTube rabbit hole. You are now a moderator of our China. I have this problem with air conditioner repair videos in Korean. No idea why Google thinks I speak Korean or why my air conditioner needs repair. It probably predicts that at some point you'll start liking on it based upon your previous listens, most likely correlated from other users with similar tastes. I'm the vice president of a company that I've never heard of and can't find any other info on it. Are you hiring? Congrats on the promotion, bro. This is my favorite answer. I can't wait for my download. There's an audio recording of me saying check the Jewish boy's penis. I don't remember ever saying that, but okay. I'd never admit to that on the internet, either, buddy. Probably young you were curious about circumcised penises. If you use Google Photos and allow maps to track your location. I took photos that I didn't like, deleted them. Weeks later I am just browsing my timeline in Google Maps and those deleted photos are there, tagged to the location. Nothing incriminating, just thought you should know that a delete isn't a delete. Edit. A lot of people aren't reading this properly, so let me clarify. I didn't say I found my photos on Google Photos Cloud after deleting them on my phone. I found my cloud deleted photos on Google Maps timeline. And please spare me the guess what Google still has it paranoid shit. I know they still have it, and I don't care. I am merely answering Up's question. Yeah, I deleted some old photos and a year later they came up in a montage of the year. The funny thing is, I'd like them back but can't find them anywhere else. Know that a delete isn't a delete. This is good advice in general. Unless you zero out the bits on a hard drive, a delete is never a delete. Definitely the voice recordings. That should be turned off by default instead of needing to be changed by the user. How do you change it so it doesn't record you? Lol. I checked my entire history of voice recordings and it was just me trying the Lumox Maxima and Nox commands and nothing else. Apparently I already turned it off and I forgot I did. I just checked mine. I've apparently used Google voice commands twice. Once to say search and another time to say testing. These were both said over a year ago. Now, if I go into my Alexa voice history it's a different story. Wait. Not really, just a shit ton of light on and light off. There were random recordings of conversations I had. Definitely was not near my phone at the time. All phone activity, opened app, closed app etc. From the very first day I owned my phone, constant check of my GPS, constant check of my device orientation. If someone steals your Google account, they basically can find out everything there is to find out about you. Then they'll be disappointed. I used to hack people's accounts when I was younger just for fun and because my moral compass was a bit broken. This was back before everyone used apps to communicate, so emails held everything. If you wanted to send someone a dirty picture, email was it. The one thing I quickly learned, most people are boring and didn't surprise me. Even if I found the odd secret it wasn't really that weird. I don't do anything that I need to hide. If Google wants to listen in on me, go wild. I'm not so arrogant to think that the tiny speck of life that I am on this planet really matters on any grand scale, so I'm not wasting time worrying about this stuff. I got drunk once and proceeded to get lost on the way home, ending up cycling on some highway. For 2 years I wondered where the hell I had been until I saw Google's location history for that night. I just found out I did fucking go to McDonald's in the middle of the night at my mate's birthday party without anyone fucking noticing, and they were telling me I was just passed out the whole time. Google knows more than you. Okay, I have a weird but serious question. My husband passed away last year. I still have his S7. I'm also 99% sure I have his Google account information, but if not I'm sure the password is saved in his phone. If this thing really does record voices, how would I go about downloading his Google data? I just want to hear his voice again. I'm starting to tear up as I type this, but seriously. I only have one voicemail from him on my phone and maybe a couple videos. Anything more I can get of his voice, Pictures of him I haven't been able to restore. Anything I can get I want. I miss him so fucking much. Mine is 10 gigabytes. Holy shit, it's gonna take a while to download. It is an old account, but I have all activity paused except YouTube watch history, so I'm really interested to see why it's so large. HMMMMM. Oh man, mine is going to be massive. I have had my Google account so long that I just have my first name at google.com. The most unsettling one I've had came from Facebook, not Google. Mine a bit of background. I'm a straight guy with a lot of LGBT friends and was actively involved in supporting the Australian same-sex marriage campaign, so FB probably had me flagged as gay at the start of 2012. In 2012 I started dating someone. We'd been friends for some time. I'm on Facebook all the time. She had an account but almost never used it. We basically never communicated on Facebook. Immediately Facebook started telling me to mark her as a close friend and all of its ads changed from gay singles cruise and similar to romantic getaways for couples. I can only assume that it was able to tell from GPS that she spent a night at my place, and that I spent one at hers a few days later. Edit. A few guesses that Wi-Fi was involved. At the time I didn't have Wi-Fi at my place, and while she did I never connected to it. It was 2012 and I had a 2 GB mobile data limit for the month, which felt like so much that I couldn't imagine needing more. How I never thought of that. 2 phones at the same place during the night tells a lot, I guess. Damn. Okay, now that is creepy. Audio recordings titles are generic and serialized, so make sure to take some precautions before listening to them in front of your family or randoms. Please don't make my mistake. Hey Google, how do I increase my penis size? Girlfriend staring at me. Was it your voice or hers? I feel sorry for you, man. Till Ron Swanson had it fucking right. Erase all pictures of Ron. I don't get how Google is recording secret conversations that can be stored and viewed. I thought this was exclusive to Google voice searches and commands, which are approved by the user in settings. How are these candid conversations being recorded and stored, and how can you view them? How can it know whether you said okay Google without recording and analyzing what you said? Till that you can do that. BRB soon after I go through mine. This post was probably in light of the news post 4 days ago about Google tracking your data. I remember the thread with people discovering you could download that data. Apparently I sleepwalk thousands of kilometers and then manage to get back home in time for work. Also a bunch of recordings of my computer's fan spinning. But well, at least they got me on the fetish porn searches. Ah, Google. Hyped up Google. Incompetent Google. I know my data is in good hands. Edit. Found a fart. You sleepwalk thousands of kilometers? I have questions. Not a Google, but hopefully on topic. I have downloaded my data from Facebook, and the most shocking one was a recorded phone conversation of about 30 minutes long. It was dated back around 5-7 years ago, and most surprisingly it was not even me who was speaking, and I could not even recognize who it was. Edit. As many people ask about how to download your Facebook data, I add here Ubraps to Tuta's comment. Facebook settings. Your Facebook information. Access your information. Download. Edit 2. Wow, my first silver. Thank you, kind stranger. That is terrifying. Mind if I ask how you downloaded your Facebook data? I'm kinda fine with Google storing my data. But as for Facebook, I use it just to message everyone and to store memories of my GF and me going to see some movies or a new restaurant. As soon I found out that them blue feckers are recording my private phone calls, I had the app removed. Google knows every location I've been to for the last couple of months. They stored multiple audio files of me talking to colleagues and friends, and worst of all, I did not know they were doing that. My mind is blown and I'm terrified. My private information is no one's business. Google. Also, thanks for spreading awareness. OP, have some poor man's gold. And it's not just your own phone that's recording you. Not so much that it was stored info, but I was cooking dinner when a friend came in from out of town, and I was making 3 potatoes. I had never microwaved 3, and went to search how long to cook them for. I typed in how long to Mika. And the first suggestion was microwave 3 potatoes. That's not even the weirdest thing that's happened, just the most recent. Seriously, fuck Google. Check out DuckDuckGo. Last night I had a conversation via Discord that resulted in me saying oh wow. Now I gotta Google what baby platypuses look like. Then I proceeded to type baby on the Chrome search bar and immediately got one and only one suggestion. Baby platypus. They have got to be listening and processing my audio input real time. I feel like I should have more of a problem with Google having my data. Especially voice recordings. But after going through what they had, it's like 400 recordings of me saying make some coffee, play X on Netflix and turn off the lights. Maybe it's a bigger problem for people that use their assistants for more than home control. Google timer for 10 minutes. Google timer for 20 minutes. Google wake me up at 9 AM. Google send a message to my mum saying what's for dinner. Hardly anything was saved. I'm very picky in what I allow an app to access. Sometimes a limited function is annoying but it seems it pays off. How do we know that they care our permission? What if there is a way larger data out there we can't even see? Can we all upvote the same question next week when everyone has received their information? My purchase history on websites like eBay, Amazon and other companies that, I guess, all sell their data about me to Google. I hardly have no idea of it, and although I share things like my location to Google, seeing my purchases is kind of scary because I never allowed it. If you use Gmail for confirmation emails they can recognize them and store the purchase data. Same for reservations, tickets etc. I'm doing it right now, prob gonna update this chat when I get my results. I'm scared. ED1 The first thing that pops up are old XGO clips of me being cringy while playing Dust 2 casual a couple years ago. ED2 I'm finding Minecraft vids and old Blender intros I made, gonna keep you guys updated. ED3 found the recordings. Nothing really interesting, but I also found the first profile banner and logo I've ever used for YouTube. I also found the first thing I ever did in Photoshop. The last thing is that I found older vids. The best one was me splashing water in my brother's face because of a trending prank. Make sure you do this on PC because it's easier. OMG, thank you guys for the upvotes. Same, I'm doing it RN. I probably have some serious stuff on there. I'll let you all know once it's done. ED1, I'm opening the files RN. It gon' take 30 minutes and freaking scared lol. ED2, just found pictures I thought I lost of a dead rat on my couch lol. To make matters worse I'm sitting there right now. How do you do that? Shit man, I don't wanna know. Check anyway. You not knowing doesn't mean it isn't happening. It's better to know and take precautions than sit in ignorance. 1. Being scared is temporary. Google collecting your data on the other hand. I downloaded the Facebook data, and they store every single call's date, length and the phone number of the other side, what I made in the past. If something is free, you are the product. Rated on Reddit. OP is gathering the data that Google gathered to sell to corporations to sell them to other corporations. So how do I fix this? Can I delete it? There's an option to delete everything if you log into your account, but I'm not naive enough to believe that it actually deletes it from Google's servers. They had tracked literally everywhere I had been since 2015. They knew every fucking store I'd visited, what date and what time. Every restaurant, every hair salon, every nightclub, every plant nursery, you name it, they stored it. Google had it all. All innocuously stored under the title Google Timeline. Timeline is literally in the menu on Google Maps. It's not like it's hidden. I just found out Google data was a thing today and checked mine earlier. What are the odds I see this post right now? X-Files theme plays in background. So many drunken audios. Like, not even meant for the phone, just background talking while, most of the times, very drunk. It was half unsettling, half fun to listen to them. Apparently when you press the microphone on the keyboard, I think it's for changing audio to text, it gets sent to Google. And apparently my drunkenness is very prone to misclick it. Whoa, mine is seriously boring. Nothing juicy. My activity is empty. It has been for a long time, so there shouldn't be anything for me to download, right? Nope. 6 gigabytes of data. Just requested it. Kinda scared NGL. My first ever Google search was what is a chicken and the second was are chickens real? Whenever I played back an OK Google there was some sound before I say OK Google recorded. It's kinda creepy and I hope the operation of data is all offline until an OK Google is detected.